As everybody knows, last week, Alligator Alcatraz, or Everglades Auschwitz, whatever you want to call it, opened up in South Florida. And that, of course, is the migrant detention facility that is now part of an abandoned airstrip right near the Everglades. And the idea, of course, is that if a migrant tries to escape, they're going to get eaten by the alligators, killed by the pythons that have become invasive in South Florida. Either way, the wildlife will take care of these people. And the Trump administration loves it. Trump was there on opening day, and then, of course, the very next day it flooded, so it's off to a bad start. But Trump has embraced it. Trump has endorsed it. The Department of Homeland Security loves it. Caroline Leavitt talked about it in a couple press briefings. They're all in on Alligator Alcatraz, and they want everybody to know that they're all in on it. But that all happened before the lawsuits started rolling in late last week. And now suddenly that there's, lawsuits involved, a very panicked Trump administration is now telling the courts, whoa, we got nothing to do with this. I'll explain what's happening in just a moment, but first a quick word from one of today's video sponsors. In 2025, 51% of companies are already using AI. Microsoft, Amazon, and Google all have laid off thousands due to it. In fact, 40% of people fear that AI will take their job this year. It sounds scary, but here's what you're not seeing. They're also hiring people who understand AI, who can use AI tools, and those who can build with it. And this isn't just about jobs. If you run a business, freelance, or are building something of your own, AI isn't optional. It's leverage. The ones who learn AI now will outrun those who don't. So if you want to stay ahead, hire better, build faster, start learning AI today. This is why I highly recommend joining this 2-day AI training, which takes you from beginner to advanced AI professional in just 16 hours. It's valued at $895, but I have partnered with Outskill to provide 1,000 free seats for learners. It is the world's first AI-focused education platform, which is backed by renowned AI investors and AI founders. This 2-day program offers 16 hours of live AI training spread across 2 days, happening on the coming weekend on the Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. As I mentioned earlier, this is a paid training valued at $895, but exclusively for my audience, you can attend it completely free. Find the link in the description to save your seat now before it expires. In this training, you'll gain in-depth knowledge on a whole range of topics, including more than 20 AI tools to build AI toolkit, prompt engineering to achieve incredible results, data analysis without coding, using AI in Excel and creating professional presentations effortlessly, building tools with AI without having to write code, creating stunning images and videos using AI tools, developing AI agents, automating your work to save time and boost productivity, and that is just the beginning. Professionals from tech and non-tech sectors like sales, marketing, HR operations, and even business owners and freelancers had attended in the past and loved it. Over 4 million people from 40 different countries have already participated. This training is for everyone. In fact, I'm getting all of my team to attend this workshop, and I would definitely recommend you attend this as well. Slots are filling up faster than ever, so click the link in the description, book your slot. Make sure to join their WhatsApp community to receive all updates. Also, the introduction call and first training session for the 2-day training happens on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, so don't miss this. So as I was saying, the Trump administration has fully embraced and supported and even been there for the opening ceremonies of the Everglades Auschwitz. And then late last week, on Thursday, environmental groups filed a lawsuit against the administration and the creation of Alligator Alcatraz, arguing correctly that this is a government facility You can't just build a government facility without, environmental reviews and all these other things, not to mention this is basically a protected area of the state. You can't do this legally. And to that, the Trump administration, specifically the Department of Homeland Security, said, "Hey, cool your jets, environmental groups. We have nothing to do with it. Like, what is this? Oh, this is a Ron DeSantis thing." They're throwing DeSantis onto the bus. After last week, like Trump and DeSantis were like, let bygones be bygones. We're buddies again. And then 2 days later, they're in court saying, like, DeSantis did it. This is this guy. Like, we were just there in the Everglades and we were on a fan boat. And suddenly we're like, hey, isn't that Ron DeSantis? We don't know what's going on. Here's what the Trump administration said in their filing. Florida is constructing and operating the facility using state funds on state lands under state emergency authority and a pre-existing general delegation of federal authority to implement immigration functions. So, in other words, they're using their money on their land with their time and their effort. All we did was, give full federal oversight because it has to do with immigrants, which we control, not them. So in your denial, you're also admitting that, yeah, we're kind of involved. Not to mention the fact that prior to the lawsuit being filed, the Department of Homeland Security had actually said this. The Department of Homeland Security said earlier this week that DHS had in fact signed off on a plan to house up to 5,000 people in Florida and plan to use funding from FEMA's shelter program to reimburse the $450 million in estimated costs. So they may be using state money, but they're only using state money because you already promised them you would pay them back using federal funds. Federal funds, by the way, from a program, FEMA, that Donald Trump has said he's getting rid of at the end of hurricane season. So your denial is starting to look pretty dumb. You were involved with this every step of the way. You've admitted you were involved with this every step of the way. But now that this thing has become such a humongous embarrassment and, of course, is overwhelmingly rejected by the public, suddenly you want nothing to do with the cruelty because you've realized nobody wants this.
Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @FarronBalanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. And while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @FarronBalanced across every social media platform that, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.